Good morning. Today we are studying about telescope. Telescope means what? We can see the distant object clearly or a far object clearly. If the distant objects are clearly, then we can call it as what? Telescope. This telescope is divided into two types. First one, reflecting, and other one is refracting. These are the two types of telescope. First one is your reflecting and second one is your refracting. There is no definition for this. Next we have to write the expression for magnifying power of a telescope. Write the expression for the magnifying power of a telescope. Here we are considering m is equal to f naught by fp, where m we are calling as the magnifying power and f naught is the focal length at the object and f is the focal length at the eyepiece. This is the expression for the magnifying power of a telescope. Now again one more is there, formula for the length of a telescope. Here we are considering the formula L is equal to f naught plus fe, where L is the focal length of a telescope, f naught is the focal length at the object and fe is the focal length at the eyepiece. These are the formula. Formula is L is equal to f naught plus fe, and the expression for the magnifying power we are considering m is equal to f naught by fe. Now next we have to consider here refracting telescope diagram. Refracting telescope diagram is there in the case of the mirror. In the case of the mirror. Now let us consider the diagram. Now let us consider the diagram for the refracting telescope in the case of the mirror. Now here we are considering the rays from the object. This is your secondary mirror. Secondary mirror. How the rays are coming. And here we have kept the object and this is your eyepiece. This is the just diagram for the refracting telescope in the case of the mirror. Now next, today we are starting the chapter 10. Wave front or wave optics. In this, first we have to study about the waves. Now let us consider a tank of the water is there. It is full of the water. Now just we are throwing a stone in the water. When we are throw the stone in the water, what will happen? The water starts to vibrate. The water starts to vibrate. The vibration is moving in the only one direction. When it starts to vibrate, there we are getting these spherical waves. There we are getting these spherical waves. We are getting the spherical wave. When they are moving in the spherical wave, the distance in that spherical wave will be same. The distance in that spherical wave will be same. By using this, we have to define here wave front. Wave front means what? It is a point of the source. Point of source at a constant phase. At a constant phase, then we can call it as wave front. Wave front means what? It is a point of the source at a constant phase, then we can call it as wave front. This wave front is divided into three types. First one we are calling spherical wave front. Second, cylindrical wavefront. And last one is plane wavefront. These are the three types of wavefront. First one is your spherical wavefront, second one is your cylindrical wavefront, and third one is your plane wavefront. In this, first we have to consider the spherical wavefront. Spherical wavefront. Now, to define the spherical wavefront, we are telling that it is the wave point or the wavefront of a point source. It is the wavefront of a point source, then we can call it as spherical wavefront. In the same way, we have to study second one is your cylindrical. In this cylindrical, we are considering the wavefront should be at a linear source. Wavefront of a point or a wavefront should be at a linear source. If it is at a linear source or a linear point, then we can call it as what? Cylindrical wavefront. Now last one, third one is your plane front. Plane wavefront means what? It is the combination of the spherical wavefront or the cylindrical wavefront. Either it should be a spherical or the cylindrical wavefront, then we can call it as what? Plane wavefront. Here we are considering the spherical or cylindrical. If any one we are including, then we can tell it has a plane wavefront. Now let us study here the diagram of the spherical wavefront, cylindrical wavefront and the plane wavefront. Now in the first one, spherical wavefront. Now let us consider a spherical wavefront. Now in this we are taken one has a point. It is a point of a locus. Okay, here the distance will be same or an equidistance will be getting. This equidistance we are calling as the spherical wavefront. In the spherical wavefront, when we are throwing a stone in the water, we are moving. It is moving in only one direction. That is what we are getting. We are getting the equidistance. It is in the form of the equidistance of the point. Then we can call it as what? Spherical wavefront. In the same way, cylindrical wavefront. Second one is your cylindrical wavefront. Here we are considering the linear point. Now let us consider a cylindrical vessel. In that we are throwing a stone. Here also we are considering it should be at equidistance of a particle. equidistance of a particle, or either we can also consider here also a particles are moving. They are in equidistance. If they are in equidistance, we can call it as what? Cylindrical. In the cylindrical, we are considering the linear part of the source. We are considering the linear part of the source, then we can call it as what? Cylindrical wave front. Now last one is your plane wavefront. In the plane wavefront, just we are considering a plane mirror. Third one is your plane wavefront. Here we are considering the plane mirror. In this plane mirror, we are considering one has a spherical and other one is your cylindrical wavefront. This is how we are getting in your plane wavefront. Here we are passing the spherical wavefront or the cylindrical wavefront. Consider anyone. From this we can get the plane wavefront. This is the spherical wavefront, second one is your cylindrical wavefront, and last one is your plane wavefront. Here again we have to study the rays of the light, how it is moving. Here we are studying the rays of light. Now let us consider a diagram. Now here we are considering the rays of the light. Now how the rays are moving we have to consider here. Now let us consider here the arrow mark is this side. Now if the arrow mark is there, then we can consider it as the rays of the light are passing. Here we can get the converging spherical wavefront. Here we are getting the converging spherical wavefront. Now again one more is the diagram. This we can call as, here the rays are moving in this side, diverging spherical wavefront. This we are calling as the diverging spherical wavefront. Here the arrow marks are moving towards. Here the arrow marks are also moving towards. And last one is your plane. In this plane, how the planes are moving, we have to study here. Let us consider the rays of the light are passing in the plane mirror. Okay, this we can call as the plane wavefront. This is your plane wavefront. Here to explain the ray means what? It is the line which is having the arrow mark. The line which is having the arrow mark. The arrow mark is showing either right or left. Is called as the ray. Okay. Now in this first one we have to study about the converging spherical wavefront. In this, how the rays of the light are moving we have to see here. This is the locus of a point. Okay, now let us consider the locus of a point. The rays of the light are moving towards the locus of a point. Then we are calling it as what? Converging spherical wavefront. Again here also in the same way we are considering the locus of the point. Here the rays are moving outwards. Okay, the rays are moving outwards. If the rays are moving outwards, then we can call it as what? Diverging spherical wavefront. And third one we have to study, that is your plane wavefront. It is moving in the straight way. It is moving in the straight way. Then we can call it as what? Plane wavefront. Now next we have to study a wavelength. Wavelength is what? It is the emerging from the wavefront. If it is emerging from the wavefront, then we can call it as what? Wavelet. Wavefront means what? It is the point at the constant phase, then we can call it as what? Wavefront. In this we have to explain the Huygens principle. Now according to the Huygens principle, first we are considering the law. Every point on a given wavelength of a source of a secondary wavelength. This secondary wavelength depends upon the speed, and it also depends upon the direction where it is moving. First one is every point on a given wavelength of a source of a secondary wavelength. This secondary wavelength depends upon the speed and also it depends upon the direction how it is moving. Next, second one. The tangent drawn to all the secondary wavelengths represent the position of the new wavelength. Here we are getting the new wavelength. These are the two Huygens principle and it is the important part.